With the 2024 presidential election officially being over as of yesterday, you might be wondering how it could affect the housing market. So, in this video, I'm going to break it down. I'm Nick Garcia. I've been a real estate agent in the Austin, Texas area for 8 years, and I've closed over $25 million in property, most of that being in the last 3 years. So, election years do bring a temporary slowdown. We already have so many factors affecting the market that has caused it to slow down. The election year around this time is slow in general, so we see an even slower market. So typically, home sales slow down slightly in the fall as a general rule of thumb, and this is just following seasonal trends. However, data from BTIG shows that during election years, the slowdown is a bit more pronounced, like I just mentioned, especially in the month leading up to the election. So that was in October. We had a very slow October here in the Austin, Texas area. Inventory is picking up, days in the market is increasing. So all of that is holding true for the moment. So why did this happen? Uncertainty. We have uncertainty with interest rates, economic uncertainty, presidential uncertainty. Half the country's happy today, half the country's sad. So there's just a lot going on. And when there's a lot going on, people don't make big purchasing decisions. Buyers and sellers are both on the sidelines right now, hesitating, wondering coming up with different scenarios for their timeline. And this year has been no different. According to a recent Redfin survey, 23% of potential first-time homebuyers are waiting until after the election to make a move to pull any types of triggers. And this goes for sellers too. Sellers are waiting as we're seeing inventory creep up, as we're seeing days in the market continue to rise every single month. So it's going to be interesting, especially as mortgage rates are not at the level that we had expected. They were showing good signs of getting into the fives, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're back in the sevens. But there is a lot of hope that rates will start coming down after the next Fed meeting, which is coming up, and into 2025. So the other good news is home sales bounce back after the election. The good news is that these delayed sales aren't lost. They're simply postponed. And history shows that home sales tend to rebound after the election. In fact, home sales increase 82% of the time following an election year. So why does that happen? Well, when the election dust settles, buyers and sellers usually feel more confident, and they feel more confident to move forward with decisions, leading to a boost in home sales. Now, I think that even though historically 82% of the time happens, this year I think is different just because of the current state of the market, the amount of inventory we have, and this is across the whole nation, not just in the Austin, Texas area. And then, of course, like the big elephant in the room, mortgage rates are still high. And we have so many sellers sitting in a sub 4% mortgage that have to go somewhere after they sell their house, right? So there's a lot of trigger points and a lot of factors that I think are going to put this market in that 18% of the time when home prices do not go up. Do I think they're going to go down? I don't think so. Prices here in the Austin area have stabilized. And for the most part, across the board, the advice that we're giving sellers is to not just focus on dropping the price to get the home sold. Obviously, you can drop the price and somebody might think that they're getting a deal, but we don't want a massive drop in home prices. We want the interest rates to come down. And of course, the economy to be boosted, for there to be less uncertainty, and all those things that have an indirect effect on people making decisions to buy and sell homes. So what can we expect in 2025 overall? If history is any guide, which history repeats itself, right? We can expect more home sales next year. Now, we don't have a lot of competition because home sales this year have been super low, but current forecasts align with this predictable historical pattern. The prediction is 4.6 million homes will sell in 2024, with projections for 2025 going into 5.2 million. So hopefully that is an accurate thing, because the American dream is still alive and well. And I think I saw a recent statistic that was very surprising, where the average age of home ownership of somebody buying a home have been increasing every year. So it's like 56 right now. So we need to get those interest rates and prices to stabilize. so younger people can purchase homes. I mean, in the Austin, Texas area, you need to be making over $150,000 for the most part if you don't have a large down payment. So we got to definitely do something about that. So while the market may seem like it's slowing right now, it's likely just a temporary dip, especially if rates start coming down. Once all of this uncertainty fades away, buyers and sellers are expected to return to the market. Like I said, people want to buy a house. So we just need those factors in that environment to get to the point where people are taking action. So the bottom line with this, election years often bring a short-term slowdown in the housing market, but it's usually temporary. And those delayed sales typically rebound in the year after the presidential election. So 2025 is looking promising. And current forecasts suggest in 2025 that it will follow that trend. So according to many projections across different platforms. So if you're holding off on making a move, just know that the market is expected to pick up in the months ahead. So the takeaway from this video is that election years, typically we have extra market slowdown on top of the already seasonal slowdown, but 82% of the time, those home prices creep up. I think this time we're just going to have an influx of buyers with home prices continuing to stabilize. And if rates come down, maybe home sales prices will start going up. But right now, with the amount of inventory out in the market, I just don't see that happening. I'm not one of those agents that fear mongers and says you should buy now because when the rates come down, there's going to be so many home buyers. I think what's going to happen, rates are going to come down and we have so much inventory. All these home buyers are going to come in. There might be a little competition depending on exactly what neighborhood that you're trying to get into. But ultimately, I think it's going to be more of a win-win for everyone. Normal market, not sellers, not buyers, people negotiating fairly, and everyone just ending up in a positive way. So thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something today. Please subscribe to my channel for more helpful information about the real estate market. If you're wondering what's behind me here, this was a different video I shot about what Orchard Real Estate has to offer. That's who my current brokerage is. We do traditional market listings. We do a program called Move First, which allows you to buy before you sell. Tapping into your equity with an interest-free loan, keyword interest-free. We also have the highest cash offers on the market, 89% of your home's value. And then after that, we actually list your home on the market. And if there's any extra proceeds, then you get those too. So Orchard has a lot of awesome services. That's why I moved over to them. And I'm really helping a lot of people. And I still have time to share helpful information. Again, thanks, subscribe, and talk to you soon.